Hello guys, welcome back to CFD College. I'm Ashkan, and in this video we are going to talk about how we can create contours in Tecplot. Now you know how you can import and load your CFD results from ANSYS Fluent to Tecplot. And in this video, I'm going to show you if you have a 2D simulation, how you can generate different contours in your on your results. So before starting the video, please subscribe the channel, and if you like these videos and find them useful, uh, so like them, and then please share them with your friends and introduce us to them. Okay, this is Tecplot, and I've already import my 2D simulation. This is a flow over a cylinder. As you can see, this is the 2D domain, and this is my cylinder. On the left window here, you can see under the plot window we have different options: mesh, contour, shade, which is this gray view of our domain, vectors, velocity vectors, edge. You can select edge to see the edges of your CFD domain boundary conditions or boundaries, and scatter. But uh, in this video, and as you can see, since we have a 2D simulation, we are working under 2D Cartesian. Here you have other options: XY line, 3D Cartesian, polar line, and sketch. But here we have to work in 2D Cartesian. Uh, First things first, as I told you in previous tutorials, the first thing you should do is to reduce the size of this frame. So double click on the border of the frame and reduce the size. For example, width should be 5 and height can be 4 to have a rectangular frame. And this is the view we have to work on. To generate contour, it's easy. You just need to check this option. Now you can see the contour, but you have to modify it. You need to click on settings. This is the settings of this contour. As you can see here, you can select the variable you want among these variables, among the available variables. Please watch the previous tutorial. I've talked about these variables in that video. For example, I want to see x velocity contour. So I just need to click on velocity, and as you can see now I have x velocity contour in my domain. You have different options here uh, for the contour and the legend, both of them. First, some people want to have the coordinates x and y axis. So if you want them to uh, be visible, leave them. For example, if you want to, zoom on this area to see the uh, cylinder and the area behind it. Uh, if you have this x and y, the figure have the scale, and anyone who see the contour can find out about the scaling, the diameter of the cylinder, for example, or something. So this way you don't need to add scale to your contour. But if you don't like them, you should go to plot axis and deselect X and Y axis. So deselect these options. Now you don't see them. Okay, let's modify and customize the plot. First thing, the color map. Here you can see the available color maps and color bars. We have many different types. For example, mm, cool to warm, this one, which is used mostly in ParaView, or the rainbow, the well-known color bar, small rainbow. So here you can uh, define and choose the color bar type. As you can see here, the color map distribution method is banded. You can see the interface between the values, these lines. It's a good way to to show the distribution of the variable. Uh, and also you can, you know, activate the contour lines. But some people like this type, some people like continuous type, this one. So you can choose uh, any one of these, uh, banded and continuous. But when you use banded type, the levels are these, from -10 to 120. If you choose continuous, you have to be careful about these, and it's better to change them, to reset them to contour variable min and max, or to contour level min and max. This way, the levels showed in the legend are matched with the coloring. Now it's better. So whether you choose banded or continuous, you have to be careful about the levels. Okay, so let me choose banded. If you want to have the reverse color map, you can select this one. Or if you wanna use cutoff, for example, you don't want to uh, see the velocity smaller than, for example, 20. So you can check this cutoff below 20. In this way, in this area on which velocity is smaller than 20, you don't have any contour. But be careful, you have to deselect shade, because if you selected it, you can see here a gray color. But if you use cutoff, you have to deselect the shade. It's really rare, but the option is there to use. Okay, contour levels. As you can see, Tecplot identifies the minimum and maximum and tries to choose good color levels. But if you don't want them, you can remove them. So select all of them and click on remove selected. So to add some levels, you can add them individually. For example, 0 and then 10 and then, for example, 30, 70, and 120. Or you can add them, use set levels. This is better. Uh, you can, uh, you know, mm, specify the minimum and the maximum in yourself, or choose this one. In this method, Tecplot itself approximate levels for nice values, and you have to specify the number of levels. For example, 11 levels from -10 to 120. I have, for example, 14 levels. It's not good, as you see, because Tecplot, uh, you know, decides. But if you choose this one, exact levels, you can have control everything. For example, I want the minimum level to be 0 and the maximum level to be, for example, 130. And I need 14 levels. So you have different options: min, max, and the number of levels, min, max, and delta, and exponential distribution. So if I click on OK, now I have 14 levels from 0 to 130. Let me change it to -10 to 130, and to have nice values, I need 15 levels. Now the values are nice: -10, 0, 10, 20. Okay, so these are the settings available under Labels and Color tab. Bands, I don't want to talk about these for now. Let's go to legend. As you can see here, we have legend, which is vertical, and it has a name of the variable, x velocity, and the numbers. So alignment, if you want to have horizontal legend, you should change the alignment to horizontal. But before reviewing these settings, if you don't want to have the legend, you can delete it. So click on it and press delete on your keyboard, or uncheck this option, show contour legend. So now we don't have any legend. For example, you have the legend from another contour in your project, and you have to have the figure of contour itself without legend. So you can do it this way. Okay, let me select the option, and you can change the location with your mouse, or by changing the position here. Here now you can see we have separate color bands. If you uncheck this, you don't see the separation lines. You have some options here. For example, you can increase the level skip, or you can increase the line spacing, for example, to 1.3, or 1.1. It depends on you. The text color can be changed here. For example, well, I think black is okay, but just to show you, for example, blue. The font times, sorry, times New Roman. You can make it bold, and italic, you can increase the size, for example, 2.6. You can change the format. For example, this is best float. We have exponent. Okay, let me delete, remove these levels. And for example, set minus 10, 130, and 9 levels. Here you can see we have 42.5. It's it's better now. Now you can change the number format. This is best float. Uh, Float option we have. If you have, for example, time and date in your data, you can change it to this one. Exponent, you can see here, and if you choose exponent, you can change the precision. For example, for best float, you don't have the option, or uh, you can select this one or not. But if you chose, if you choose float, now you can modify the precision. For example, 4 is too much for me, 1 is sufficient, and now you can see the levels. Okay. What else? What else? What else? I think it's okay for you. You can change these settings to see how they work. Here you can see the settings for the header. The header is x velocity, the name of the variable. You can make it bold. Header text. Now it is shown that use variable name. You can change it. The variable name is x velocity. Use text or use latex. For example, if you choose use text, you can write down whatever you want. For example, u uh, and the units, meters per second. And also you can change the font, the size, 3.5. It's good. If you don't want to see the header, you can just deselect this option. And I think it's okay for this session. No. If you go to zone style, you can find another options for contour. Go to contour tab. Now it's better. For example, as you can see here, the contour type is fluid. So what some people like to see only the lines. If you change it to lines, now you have only the lines of the contour, and the line color is black. So if, for example, you want to change the color of these lines to velocities, you should right click on the color and select this one, multicolor, and one means the first contour. If you see here, we are using the first contour. We are looking at the first contour. This is the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the others. So you can have different contours. You can specify different variables to different contours to use them for coloring. For example, for color of the streamlines, or like this, the contour lines. Okay. You can increase the line thickness. And what are the other options? Uh, One obvious point, since we are working on 2D simulation, the fluid one, which is the fluid domain, is the most important one, and you must change and modify this zone. Wall wall is the cylinder wall, wall out is the side walls, inlet and outlet are the boundaries. They are not the domain. We have other options, for example, lines and fluid. But if you want to use this type, it's better to have the line color of black. And let me decrease the line thickness. Now it's better. Now you have the lines and the contour, both of them together. So it's good. I think uh, now you can create your contour and modify it. Some people like to show the number of, for example, show the number which is indicating the value of the velocity. I think it's in this one, labels. So go to contour settings. Under the labels, you should select show labels. I think we should increase the size. Now you can see the numbers, and now there are too many numbers, so we should increase the spacing, for example, to 60. You can change the fonts and even more 80. Now it's better. As you can see, the values have background, white background. You can change the color here, or you can deselect it. Now you have only the values. What else we can do? Number format, you can change it. And you know uh, what types are available and how they work. And I think it's good for this session because now you know how to have your contour line, and the values. Oh, I think this option is good. If you deselect it or select, no, it's not work. It's not working on this one. And that's it for this session. It's okay. I think it's enough. Uh, I cover all the material, and now you can enjoy, creating different contours on your CFD results. Uh, I think I've told this in previous tutorials, but if you want to save the figure, you can go to File, Export, and here choose the format, for example, PNG, JPG, EPS, TIFF, or WMF. I always work with WMF because it's vector based, and if you choose this format, when you zoom in on the figure, uh, the quality of the figure doesn't change. Let me show you. For example, PNG. And now I have only one frame, so it doesn't matter which reason I choose, or frame, work area, or current frame, because now I have only one frame. And okay, This is in PNG format. Mm, velocity contour. And one export using WMF, velocity contour. Okay, now open Word, Microsoft Word. So on the first page, the PNG format, as you can see, the figure is big. So I need to reduce the size of the frame a bit more. And on the second page, the WMF format. Now I'm gonna save it. Mm, Let me save it and open it using Adobe Reader in the format of PDF. I saved the file and let me open it with Acrobat Reader. This is the PNG format and this is WMF. You can see the difference. This is the format of the WMF format has much higher quality. And if you zoom in, you can see here the PNG format is not good, but on WMF format, the quality doesn't change by zooming. Okay, now you know how to create a contour and how to save your file. Sorry, save the figure, and you know a bit about the available formats. Thank you for watching this video. If you find these videos useful, please share them with your friends. I usually I try to uh, let's say upload 1 or 2 new videos every week. So if you are interested in CFD, ANSYS Fluent, post-processing, pre-processing, mesh generation, and related software, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching this video. Until the next video, take care of yourselves and goodbye.